Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn Podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan. This is episode 326. I got my coffee in my Swifty mug today. I'm matching pumpkin spice creamer. And this is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today it's all knitting. And today is October 2nd, 2025. It's Thursday. I'm doing this a day early because tomorrow is the release day for Taylor Swift's new album, and I won't be able to record until I listen to it. And I might have to listen to it again and again. So we're just going to do this today. It will still be up on Monday. So you're still watching it on Monday. So let me know what you think. I know it's probably going to take me a week or two to process everything and listen to it many, many times before I decide what my favorite song is. But I'm excited. All right. This is not a Taylor Swift podcast. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And I will have all of the show notes down below. Click the word more a couple times. Everything should drop down for you. I will have my email down there, knitalltheyarnpodcast@gmail.com. I believe that's it. My Ko-Fi, if you would like to donate, you do not have to, but if you feel like you would like to, go for it. I'll have my whips down there and my finished objects. I'll have all the links to all the things: bags, yarns, patterns. Spoiler alert for this episode, it's all socks. That's all I worked on all week. And I did not start the Stephen West MCal. We will be talking about that towards the end. I have not started, but I did pick out my colors for all that. We'll share that. If you're new here, I'm doing something a little bit different. Yeah, we will talk about that later. What else do I chat about in the beginning here? I think that's it. It feels weird doing this on Thursday. Also, I changed up my setup a little bit. I got tired of bringing out my socks, these socks thingies. I got tired of it. I didn't want to do it anymore. So, plus I really want to record this so I can get the MCal started. So I put let's see if you can see. So there's one behind there, and there's one more behind that one. I tried to lay them like this way and pop one on top, but it's not quite deep enough. So these are my sock organizers. These will also be linked down below. So I decided all of the yarn that was in here is now in here. So I had room for that. So that's what we're doing. And yeah. And that one's my shawls that I don't wear, but I like looking at them. So that's my shawls. I was going to wear my last year MCal, but it's hot. I mean, it's not hot, but I'm hot and I don't want to wear one, so. It's actually like 50 degrees right now. It was like 45 when I woke up, and I'm like, oh yes. Fall is coming. It's coming. It's just taking its sweet time. I have the windows closed because the high school is mowing their lawn. So I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe you can, but and I had to turn the furnace on last night because everybody was like, it's too cold. So the furnace is on right now, so we'll see if today is going to be one of those days where the furnace is on in the morning and the air conditioner is on in the afternoon, because the high is supposed to be 77. That's a little too warm for me. And just because it's 77 outside, inside it's hotter. So we'll see. I'll put my coffee on this side so I don't spill it on my stuff. Okay, let's get started. Finish object number 1. I said I had 2 and 2 today. I remember I was talking, I think I had both legs done on these, if I remember correctly, or if I was really close to it. Oh my word, look at these. So I was able to figure out how to do the stripes on the foot. It took some trial and error. I mean, I had to try these on a bunch. I think this is like 2 inches and a little bit, 2¼ inches. So I just, when I got to that point where I was like almost ready for my toe, I popped in those stripes, and I did have to do 6 rows, 6 more rows before I did my toe. So I could have done it a little bit. I could have had it this right when I wanted to do my toe, but I miscalculated a little bit, but it's fine. It'll still be on my foot. And I did take my row measurements and all that stuff, so I have this in my future if I want to make more. So I have a rough idea when I started my stripes. I do have a Ravelry project page for this. I think I linked it down below. Pretty sure I did. So I can go back and look at it, or you can go back and you can look at it. So this is Ruby and Roses, the main color here, and it's Invisible String, which is Taylor Swift's song from Folklore. Oh, I'm so excited for the Taylor Swift stuff. Oh, so excited, you guys. And the stripes are Ruby and Roses also. I had a mini set that I bought a while ago, and I thought those colors looked good with this one. So I did them in like reverse order. Love it. So all of my socks are knit on US 1.5, which is a 2.5mm needle. 64 stitches. I do 15 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 for my cuffs, and a slip stitch heel flap. So this is the pretty side. This is the not so pretty side. I did not do anything special with my jogs. So as you can see, there is jogs. I know there is ways to do that, but I cannot be bothered with it. And it's gonna be on my foot. And if people see that, then they're way too close to me. And if they point it out, then they are not my friend. So this is pair number 69 for 2025. And I started these. I finished these before. You saw these on my stash tales if you watched that. I started these on September 25th and finished them on September 27th. So I finished them right before. This was my last pair for September. So yeah. Also I'll take one off the blocker for you. I did carry the yarn. I'll just show you on the, maybe I'll just have to turn the whole sock inside out. I carried the main color when I did my stripes. I did not cut it. Let's see that's how I weave my ends in. You can see the little bloop, bloop, bloop. So I held the main color throughout the stripes. And I did 5 rows, 3 rows, 5 rows, 3 rows, and 5 rows. So 5 rows for these colors, and then 3 of the main color in between. That's also in my notes. Probably easier to show you on this side. So I did 5 rows of each stripe, and then those 2 in between, I did 3 rows. So, love it. Those were my numbers, if you're curious. And yes, and my next one, you guys didn't even see it as a whip. I love these so much. I finished them in 3 days, as you saw. 25th, 26th, 27th. I finished these in 3 days because that's the only thing I worked on, and I was really excited. So I talked about on my last episode, I had 3 yarns. Which one was I gonna do? Do you guys know? If you follow me on Instagram, you already know. But if you don't, a lot of you could pick the right one. In the last video I said put your comment down, but a lot of you picked the right one, so. Ready? I love that pair so much that I did another pair. Look at So this one is a little bit different because it's like micro striping and pooling compared to like this one, which it pooled a little bit, but I feel like it's more speckly. So they give a different vibe. So this one I tried to match like the speckles in the yarn. This one I did not, because I feel like with this pooling action, it needed a pop. It needed a pop. So I did some pinks. Oh. This is also Ruby and Roses. And this is Anti-Hero, is the main color. And this is also mini skeins that I've had of Ruby and Roses. Oh, what are these? I am like obsessed with this combo here, as you can tell. And I have a whip. I'm gonna do a whip with this same thing. I'm unsure about my stripes. We'll talk about that in a second. But so yeah, 64 stitches. I don't know if I mentioned that, but same needle. I use a Chiaogoo red lace needle, 32-inch cord. I knit my socks. Magic loop, cuff down. Yeah, so I just followed the same recipe as the other ones. Did the same thing. Did reverse order. Yeah, I usually knit with self-striping yarn. If you're new here, self-striping yarn is my favorite. So when I get a like plain skein, plain by I mean like all one color or speckled or variegated, it's really hard for me to just knit a plain sock in the whole thing. I get very bored. But putting those stripes in there, it's like I get the cuff done. It's like, all right, stripes. And then it's like, okay, heel, okay, foot, or gusset, okay, stripes, and it's done. So this is pair number 70. And I started these. Oh, I forgot to write my end date. Shoot, when was my end date? When did I finish these? I started them 9 September 28. I finished them. I finished them 30th. Let me write that down. Because I remember I cast on 2 new pairs yesterday. Oops, nope. Not 10, 9. Oh. And I finished them 9 September 30th. September 28th to September 30th. I am flustered and excited. I need to control myself. I need to calm down. I need to take a breath. Okay, let's get a sip of coffee. I'm just really excited about the MKL and the Taylor Swift album. Probably more about the Taylor Swift album than the MKL, but it's okay. All right, pair number 70. And I already told you the dates, so love these. And same thing with the jog. Held the same color, the main color throughout the stripes, and I did the 5-3-5-3. 5-3-5-3-5 orientation. So I didn't care for like the micro stripes in between these stripes. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't happen all the time. I mean, it doesn't happen on this side, but it happens on this side. So that was my only like, I don't know if this would work like with the micro striping, but since I did like very, very bright colors that contrast well, it works out. So that's pair number 2, and that's all of my finished objects. All right, now time for whips, and they're both sock whips, and I have 2 socks on the needles. What's going on? I got both of these yarns on, today's Thursday, I think Tuesday. And I'm like, I want to cast both of these on. I know I'm a 1 sock person. I know I'm going to be starting the MKL, but I'm like, I want these. I want to start these. So I did. And yeah, I will probably have 0 finished objects next week. We'll see. We'll talk about that later in life stuff. But whip number 1, and these are both like baby whips because I just started these yesterday, so I don't have a lot to show. This is Happy Little Yarn, my pumpkin spice bag. And this one's gonna be a spoiler. This is my Freckled Whimsy Yarn of the Month Club for October. So if you don't have yours yet, you might wanna skip ahead a little bit. Go to the bathroom, I don't know, switch some laundry. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I don't know if I got mine really early compared to everybody else. So there's the tag. I'm going to show the colorway name. Witching Hour. Love it. I got so excited when I opened this package. I'm like, I was hoping for like a very, this is going to be another spoiler, so hopefully you're not watching or listening. This is a very Halloween color, like in your face Halloween color, and I was like, yes, I'm so excited. All right, I'm gonna show the yarn now. Okay, I'm gonna show it. Close your eyes. Go to the bathroom. Switch the laundry. Blah 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 blah. I can't talk today. So here we are. This is the mini. I got the sock set. I don't know if they always come in sock sets. I think you can choose just the full skein or a mini. Look at that. Love it. I did not split this because this is a 12 stripe repeat. I don't like doing it with 12 stripes because I can't get an even skein. And yeah, as much as I love knitting my socks 2 at a time, we'll see how this goes. Alright, I got a little bit done. I have the cuff done and like 11 rows. So I only have like 2 colors. But here we are. But I can, now that I'm done with this cuff, I can cast on the other sock and then the cuff will be done for me. The cuff is like the worst part. I hate doing cuffs. Which is probably good that it's the first thing you do and then I can just get it over with and just move on. But here we are. That's all I got for this. I love this colorway. Love it. And once you see the stripe orientation, oh. And I'm always happy when the mini is green or there's green in it at all. Green's my favorite color. So that is whip number 1. And I gotta rearrange myself because my foot's falling asleep. This one's not a spoiler. It was a pre-order and it's a mess because I have lots of yarn in here because I can't decide. Bags by Awesome Granny. This is the Sorella. She did a Life of a Showgirl colorway for the new Taylor Swift album, and like I have to cast this on. Most of the I'm getting the what is it called? Is it the Eras Tour collection from Sorella? This is not part of the Eras Tour. This is a new album, so I'm not going to put that with my blanket. So I've decided to make some more of these with the yarn. So that's what I'm doing. This one I split the yarn in half because it's a very speckly color. And this yarn smells different. It's got a smell. I'm not used to it. We'll see. I'm not allergic or it doesn't make me sneeze or anything, but it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just spoiled by the Ruby and Roses scent. But here we go. Now this doesn't really look like the album cover. So, yeah. I mean, there is a little bit of orange in here, but it's a lot of blue. I mean, the album color is like orange and like mint, but this is her interpretation of it. So it's like a light blue base with some blue, pink, purple, orange speckles in it. Or magenta. I don't know, all of those colors. And I have one cuff done. I have not weaved in my end. Usually when I finish my cuffs, I weave in this end. I do my cuff, I do one row, and then I weave this in because I am not about to, you know, you don't know how many times I almost try to pick this up and knit with it when I'm doing my cuff. So I got one done. And then this one I have 5 rows done. So I didn't quite finish both cuffs yesterday. I don't know if we'll get to it today, we'll see. But there we go. That's what I got. I'm gonna do them tandem. Yeah, 32-inch cord needles. Chiaogoo. Okay, and my colors. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like this again, or if I want to do 6 different colors and then like flip them, switch it up a little bit. So I'll do 6. I'll do color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the second socks I'll do 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or something like that. So that's what I'm thinking, but I can't decide what colors. These are the colors I have picked out. This is from my Moonglow Yarn Co. Advent from 2024. Do I have 4 colors in here? 6? I do. This one of them had a knot in it, so it's a smaller bit. So, these are the colors I have. I mean, there's not a lot of orange in it, but I need to put some orange in it. Because I feel like these are more close to the colors of the album. Which these ones aren't really in there, but I feel like these need to be together. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet. If I'm going to use all 6 of these. I don't know. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this. I got 5 fingers. And 6 balls of yarn. I don't know if that's a good orientation or a good representation, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do all those. We'll just go crazy. They're all jewel toned with a light speckle. I think it'll look good. So I just have to decide which. I feel like these need to be together. I have a lot of purples, so maybe 3 and 3. I don't know yet. And then, so this will be on the leg, this will be on the foot, and then I'll switch it for the second sock so that I can see all 6 stripes on my foot when I'm lounging. Or, usually I have long pants on, so you won't be able to see on the leg, but I don't know, if I pull my pants up, for some reason, I'll be able to see all the stripes on my leg too. So that's why this bag is kind of full, because I have lots of minis in here. And that's why I did not close it up. So, yep. That's what I got. This is 75-25 base. I didn't show you the tag. Kind of like she's got a gold label there. It says the life of a showgirl, the showgirl collection. So I don't know if that means she's gonna come out with more colors. I know she had a box with like minis, and there was some other extra stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I should have got the minis with it, but I didn't. I was trying to save some pennies. So I just got the full skein. I did not get the box. I don't know, maybe she had the box or a full skein. I don't know if she had like a full skein and the minis. I don't remember, but I did purchase it and it is on my needles. So both of those came on Tuesday. Wednesday, they were cast on. And that's all of my whips. Now we're going to talk about the MCal here. I already saw the clue. I'm not going to give spoilers or anything. Though I feel like by Monday when you watch this, you probably already know what you're dealing with. I took out my Marled Magic blanket. I put it in a different bag. It's in its hibernation bag, so I can put my shawl in here because I kept forgetting to show you guys. I showed the yarn once, and then I had a lot of people say, hey, show me your yarn for your MCAL. And I'm like, oops, I did that a long time ago, but let's do it again. So I'm gonna go rogue, and I'm gonna use a advent calendar this year for the MCAL. I'm not gonna do the 4 colors. I have 25 colors here. We'll see how that goes. But here is some of the yarns I have. So there's that. I've picked out, it took me some time, but I picked out my 4 colors. The plan is right now, each clue, this first clue, you use all 4 colors. So I picked out 4 colors. The next clue, I have no idea how many colors I need. But however many colors, I'll pick additional different colors. And next clue, different colors. Now if I get to a clue where I run out of a certain color, I'll just pop in a new one. Yeah, so it might be a little tricky for my brain because he'll say color A. And if my color A is 2 colors, it's gonna get kind of confusing, but we'll see how it goes. But here are my, and I think for the first clue I have enough yarn with these 4. I hope so, because if I don't, it's gonna look a little weird. If you've seen the clue, you've seen it. So I think I'm gonna start with these. I'm gonna do this one as A, B, C, D. But we'll see how it goes. This one's a little more speckly than the other ones. I'm trying to make sure that they all contrast. I have some that are like more variegated. So when I get to those, I'm gonna have to make sure like I have 2 solid colors with 2 variegated, or 3 solids with the variegated. So that's what I kind of did with this one. It's a lightly speckled one with 3 solid colors. So we'll see. I feel like the shawl is gonna look better if you have solid colors, but he said you can use variegated or speckled, just make sure they contrast. So that's what I got. That's what I picked out. We will see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little nervous, but I think I can figure it out. I got my needles, and these are the ones that I always use for the MCAL because it's October. My stitch stoppers. I think I got these in the Yarnable package back when I got Yarnable a while ago. So yeah, I'm all ready. I saw the pattern. I watched a little bit of the video. The video is a lot. And I started reading the pattern and I'm like, this is a lot of pages. And then once I figured out what was going on, why it was a lot of pages, I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't as bad as I thought. Trying not to give any spoilers away, but so yeah, that's the plan. And then if I use all 4 of these colors and I still have left, I will pop it in later. I'll pop it in later. I know once the rows get longer, I'm not going to have enough to do as much. I'm going to have more striping action. So, see. These are all 20-gram minis. So I'm sure you are all excited for me and cheering me on and very interested to see how this goes. I am very interested to see how this goes. I have done, can I wiggle it out? Which one is it? Can I wiggle it out? Maybe. I gotta back up a bit. I did one of his MCALs. Not an MCAL. It was a, oh, what was that called? He has a knit along like right after Christmas. He has a shawl. Dang it, I don't know what it's called. It's winter something. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, This one is not a mystery, so he shows you the whole shawl, and I decided to go scrappy with it. So this is my scrappy interpretation of the, I think it's Aurora Cabin shawl. And I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. I don't remember how many colors he had you pick, but I like broke it up in sections and just played with color. I mean, that's beautiful, right? I did some rainbows in there. I did a rainbow with white, and then I did a rainbow with black. Now, granted, I had a lot more yarn to play with. This was on Knit Pick Stroll. I also did a rainbow at the end with the hot pink. So I had full skeins of this. So this one might be a little difficult because I don't have full skeins, but. So yeah, here's a scrappy version of a shawl. So, I mean, I think I could do it. I'm hoping, like, a lot of the times he has you, like, flip the shawl around and you do, like, little sections. I'm kind of hoping he has that in this one. So that way I could just pop all those colors in there and it'd be beautiful. But, yeah, so that's a scrappy interpretation of a shawl. You guys all cheer me on. I saw the first clue and I'm like, my first thought is like, I don't want to do this. So it's not going well. I'm like, ooh, maybe it won't be as bad when I start knitting it. I just need to take it one step at a time. I got my colors picked out. I'm hoping that once I start knitting it, I'll get in a groove. And the thing is, like, if I don't like those 4 colors together, it's fine. My next section, I could pick totally different colors, and after I use all of the colors, I think they will all blend nicely because they all are like a muted rainbow. So I think I'll be okay. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I will be showing that on my next episode, whatever I have done. This year, I am going to take it slow. I am not going to stress out if I don't finish before the next clue. I would love to, but if I can't, I can't. October is going to be busy, and we'll get into life stuff in a little bit here. I need to do reading, watching, and then I'll continue. Before I forget, reading and watching, it's not a lot. Reading, I'm still reading Mockingjay, Hunger Games #3 on my Kindle before I go to bed. I did not listen to any audiobooks throughout the week. Yeah. And with doing that shawl, I don't know if I'm going to start a book. We'll see. Usually I like to listen to books in the morning while I'm knitting, but if it's something that I need to focus on, I can't have anything going on. No watching, no listening of nothing. Until I get to a part where I get into a rhythm. It's like, okay, I got this. Watching. My husband and I started Severance season 2. And the show is starting to feel like Lost. If you watch Lost, you get it, but I'm a little confused about what's going on. I feel like this is a show you need to watch. Once you finish like season 2, you need to go back and watch 1 and 2 again, like together. I don't think we're gonna do that, but yeah, I like it, but it's confusing. I don't know what's going on. And we're still watching Star Trek Voyager season 7, and that's it. We haven't been watching a lot of TV. We watch one show in the evening, and then that's about it. And I haven't been watching any TV since the kids went back to school. Nothing sounds good. I'm just not in a TV mood, so I've been listening to all of my podcasts, my news podcasts. Been watching my YouTube stuff. Yeah. And I forgot to tell you guys this, but I saw this on Instagram, and it was like, I'm almost done with this like project, and it was fantastic. So if Taylor Swift ever releases another album, I'm going to be doing this again because I loved it so much. So the project was you could listen to each Taylor Swift album in the order that they were released. And I did the Taylor versions and the original versions. So mine was a little bit longer. I don't know how many days it was. 14? We'll just say 14. I don't know how many albums it was. It's probably more than that. So you listen to the first one, and then the last one will be Torture Poets Department. That's the one I'm going to listen today. I cheated a little bit and I'm breaking it up because that's a lot. If you guys know the anthology, that's like 3 hours of music. That's a lot for one day. So I'm dividing that in two. So I'm listening to the anthology part today, and then The Life of a Showgirl comes out tomorrow. So I listened to each album until the day of the release of the album, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed it so much. So I listened to every Taylor Swift song. I did not skip any songs. There are some songs that it's like, oh, this is not my favorite, but I stuck it out and I listened to all of them. Yeah. I've never listened to her first 3 albums all the way through. So I guess I'm not really a Swiftie. I like her album Red and everything after it. The first 3 are like iffy for me. I'm not a big country fan, so that's probably why I don't like them, but I did listen to them, and there are some songs I'm like, hey, I like these ones. So they're not all bad. I just don't like every single one. But yeah, I really enjoyed that process. And if she comes out with another album, I will definitely be doing this again and just tacking on another album and just having to count down backwards for the days. Yeah. So sorry I forgot to mention that, because it's too late now and you can't listen to all that before midnight tonight. And also, I am not staying up. I'm not staying up to midnight. I can't. I am too old for that. By like 10 o'clock, I am like, I need to go to bed. And yeah. So that's why I'm recording on Thursday. When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be starting some laundry. The kids do not have school tomorrow. So I say, hey, you want to listen to it together? And they just rolled their eyes at me and they're like, Mother, no. And I'm like, but this might be the album that turns you into a Swiftie. And they just roll their eyes again. I'm like, all right, your loss. You'll hear it. You'll hear me talking about it. Talking about lyrics and probably singing it too. At some point, once I learn all the words. What else? I pre-ordered the album on August 12th, and I did the pre-order. So I ordered it before I saw the album cover. I got the email that it was being shipped today, so I will have that in my vehicle at some point. And all right, what else? I'm kind of all over the place with my life stuff section. I'm just so excited. Oh, why I'm not going to get a lot of knitting done. So my dear husband, my dear, sweet, kind husband, he took this following week off. And I'm like, cool, go for it. There's some things he wants to do. There's a big band exhibition on Wednesday. I hope the weather's gonna be okay for it. They're talking rain, and I'm like, please no rain. I'm okay with cold, but please no rain. He's volunteering for that to help out. So he's like, I got some vacation days. I'm just gonna take the whole week off. I'm like, cool. All right, I'm gonna knit. You know, I got this shawl going on, you know, and then he's like, oh, we're gonna paint the basement. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean we're? What do you mean we? So I'm going to get roped into that project, which means I will not be knitting that much, which means I will be crabby, which means my content for next week may be teeny tiny. I have no idea how long this is going to take. because there's a lot of stuff, and this is the 1 week like everything is going on. I'm like, why did you pick this week to do this? Because he has Chloe has flute lessons and the band expedition. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. The band thing is going on. He has a meeting. Natalie, my youngest, has robotics. She's in robotics club this year. And Chloe has marching band practices in there. And I'm like, how are we going to paint? How are we going to paint? So, you know, in a perfect world, I would hope we would be done in 2 days. But I don't think we're going to be done in 2 days. Because we have to move everything. We have stuff in our basement. I thought he was just going to paint like 2 walls. Because there are a couple walls that really need it. And he's like, no, I think we're going to do all of it. So we're just going to do the perimeter, I think. Which means, I mean, his desk is down there with his work. There's a table. There's desks down there. We have an old box frame down there. I'm like, oh my word. It's going to take us longer to move everything than to actually paint. And he's like, well, if you help me, we'll get it done quicker. I don't want to paint. I have paint PTSD because I painted, when we first bought this house, I painted like the main floor. There's 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, and then like the living room / dining room area. I painted pretty much all of that by myself. My mom did come over one day to help me paint like the living room / dining room because that was the biggest. But I did the rest all by myself. And after I did that, I said I never want to paint again. And yeah, I'm feeling that. I don't want to do it. So maybe I'll be able to put it in my earbuds and listen to the Taylor Swift album or any other Taylor Swift songs, and Taylor will get me through it. Though I have a feeling my husband's gonna want to be yakking at me. Yapping, talking to me, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So we'll see if this project will test our marriage, and we'll see how this goes. At first he said, I'm going to do it, and then he roped me into it, so I'm like, oh great, okay. And then plus, you know, I have to stop and take, you know, kids to wherever they need to be. For Chloe's flute lessons, at least. So, I don't know. And then I have to stop to make dinner. I'm like, I have to paint and make dinner? That's just rude. That's just rude. I thought I was going to, you know, make sure the children need to be where they need to be, and I will fix meals. No, I have to do all of that and paint. So, yeah. So I'm going to try to get as much done on the shawl today and tomorrow. Saturday, we're going to my parents', so I'm bringing my sock whips with me. Sunday, I think I have a little bit more knitting time. I think Monday we're going to start painting. So Sunday, Monday, we're going to buy the paint, prepare the basement, all that stuff. So yeah, and that's another reason why I don't think I'm going to finish the Clue one on the MCal before the next one because of all this stuff. I'm not complaining. Well, I am complaining. It's fine. I will. It's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, I'll try not to. I'm done complaining, but that's what I have going on, and we will see how this goes. Yeah. What else? Yeah, like I said, we have a full week next week. I didn't think we were going to be able to do Chloe's flute lessons because she has stuff every day. And the teacher, her schedule is like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm like, we can't do it. We can't do it those days. It's just not going to work. And she's like, well, I can do Monday. And I'm like, oh, I thought you said you didn't do stuff on Mondays. So, yeah. So Clay has flute lessons after school. And then at 6 o'clock, she has marching band from 6 to 9. Man, that poor girl, she is a busy bee. All right, what else do I talk about in life stuff? Oh, football. We're going to talk football. MSU did not play this week. They had an off week, so I thought they were going to play. And when I checked the scores, I'm like, why isn't there a score? The game has passed. I don't know how to read dates. That's what that means. So they did not have a game last week. The high school team won. So they are, I don't know if it's 5-0 now. I don't know how many games they played. I think it's 5-0. So they are doing pretty good. They had an away game last week, so we did not go to it. There is a home game on Friday. So there's more knitting time that I'm going to lose. And no, I'm not, I don't take the knitting with me. There is the bleachers. I am like claustrophobic a little bit around large crowds, and there's no way that I can take knitting out when I feel like I am being squished. I feel like I'm being squished, so I can't. I don't bring my knitting, and it might be a little chilly, and my hands will get cold. Though, I don't know. I think it's going to be hot this Friday. But anyway, I don't bring my knitting to the games. Not yet anyway. Maybe once I do this a lot and I feel more comfortable, I might. What else? The Lions won and the Chiefs won. So, yes. So I think not this weekend, but next weekend, the Chiefs actually play the Lions, and I'm really excited for that game. I will be happy whoever wins. And my husband told me, I don't know a lot about football, but my husband told me that the Chiefs and the Lions will never be able to play the Super Bowl together because of the different divisions they're in. Is that true? I don't know what divisions those two teams are. But I mean, if they play together in the regular season, doesn't that mean they could play together in the playoffs? I don't know. Let me know if you are a football fan. The Chiefs and the Lions. I don't know what divisions each one is in. I don't know. I know there's 4 divisions, but I don't know what they are called, and I don't know what teams are in which. So it's like, oh, that's true. That's a big bummer. My dreams have been crushed. You have crushed my dreams. So, I don't know. Anyway, so they play, I think, October 12th or 11th. One of those. Probably the 12th. Wow, this is a long episode. I am really chatty today because I'm so excited. I think that's all I got. I got to get going. It is now 9:19. I didn't tell you what time it was, but it's 9:20 now, a.m. I gotta put all this stuff away, and we gotta get started on the MCAL. Yeah. So send all your good vibes with the MCAL for me. I know I can do it. I'm just a little nervous. And yeah, please forgive my lack of content next week. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll just take us 2 days to paint the basement. You're right. It needs to be done. I get it. It's fine. I can do it. Yeah. So send me all of your good vibes with the painting project. And I hope I don't lose my cool or get too grumpy and get snappy with my husband. But if I don't knit, I get crabby. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right, I think that's it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this up because it's 50 minutes now. I hope you got a lot of knitting done while you watch this. I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you are enjoying the MCAL if you're doing it. If you're not, I hope you are enjoying watching everybody knit along. I don't know if I'm going to be sharing on Instagram. I know a lot of people don't like spoilers. But if I'm behind, then maybe I can still post. I just won't have to worry about. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I do love reading them. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.